If you feel like you are struggling in dance and you can't get anywhere, you do not need new goals. You need a better system. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Danielle-Monét and I'm a dancer trying to go pro. So today we're going to talk about dance, of course, but I really want to dive into like the mental aspect. I really want to dive into the mental aspect of dance and the emotional aspect of dance because those play like a really big role. I struggled with trying to find balance within dance and just being myself. It was like I was always consumed with dance or I was consumed with myself. So now that I have a balance, I can come in, I can talk to you guys about how I did it and how I became who I am today as a dancer and as a person. So today, if you feel like you are struggling in dance and you can't get anywhere, you do not need new goals. You need a better system. So I have been dancing for years on years. However, in my high school years, I wanted to do it seriously. So when I became a senior, I graduated, which was COVID. And then I had a little break. We didn't do any classes. No one was doing classes, taking classes. It was nothing. It was dry for like a year. And then classes started to pick back up. When I went back into my classes, my regular classes, when I went back into my classes, I was defeated. I felt like I was beginner. Like I was taking intermediate classes and it was like I was a beginner in them. That's sad. Mind you, I am trained in a lot of styles. I have been doing this for a really long time. So I was like, okay, all right, well, I just need new goals. What am I going to do? Like, maybe I'll just start from a beginner class again. What do I actually want to do in dance? Do I want to be a professional choreographer or a dancer? You don't need new goals. You just need a better system. So once I got comfortable with taking intermediate classes, I was going to them classes like every single week, like it was clockwork. But it was just like it was no challenge for me then. Like it was no challenge at all. Like y'all, I was literally just like going for fun. At that point, I was going for fun. Like it was bad. And then I remember one of my old friends was like, "Oh yeah, come take this class." Da, 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 da. So I got in the class and I'm like, "All right, bet, cool. Like this is gonna be a chill class." Absolutely not. That class was the hardest class I've taken at that level of dance that I was at. And it really humbled me. And it honestly, it did change my way of thinking when it came to dance. Like you can't just do a level for the rest of your life and think you're going to be popping. You always want to try to level up. You always want to try to succeed. So I ended up taking that class. I was so disappointed in myself. I did not get picked for no groups. I did not get picked to go on camera. It was like, no, no, sit this one out. Sit this one out. So I was like, okay, cool. That's fine. And after that, I went back to an advanced class and I was like, okay, I'm getting better. All right. I didn't get picked for any videos or groups or anything, but I saw myself in the mirror and getting better. I was like, okay, this feels good on my body. And I kept going and going and going. And I got picked for the first time at a convention, at a huge convention, the Chaos Convention. And I was like, oh, I got picked to go on stage. Bet, let's go. And I was so proud of myself. So that goes to my first point. Whenever you see yourself just skating in dance and just going to classes just to go to classes, or just to go to class to move your body, and you're not really challenging yourself, you need to go to a harder class. You don't want to be stuck in the same level and everyone knows you for doing 5 simple moves every single class. Or even in your choreography, if you want to excel in your choreography, you want to go to harder classes to challenge you, to put new moves on your body, and just to get a good feel, you know? So that's my first point. And even in that, I was still trying to find who I was as a person because I didn't know who I was. I was like 20 years old. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted to look like, my style, my dress style, the way that I talk, anything. I didn't know me. So, yeah, I may have been getting the dance moves right or the choreography, if you will, right? But if you know who you are internally, it really helps and it reflects on the stage. So, that's my second point. My second point is tap into who you are and learn about yourself, whether that is journaling, singing, drawing, going out in nature, praying, reading the Bible, doing something that taps into who you are internally, and it will reflect on the outside. I actually remember, I went to a convention and one of my, like, he's amazing. He saw me and he said, "You are too comfortable in life right now. You're playing it safe." And I was like, "What you mean?" And I got so, like, not offended, but I was like, dang, like, if you can see that from my dancing, can people see that just in my everyday life? Can people just perceive me as someone who doesn't know what they want to do? And that just made me realize, okay, I'm gonna have to seek God, and I'm gonna have to seek internally to figure out who is Danielle-Monét? Who is she? And once he saw that on the stage, I was like, okay, now I need to make a change. So that's two. Like in this journey, I was trying to just take any advanced class that I could get, training on the side with my mentor. Shout out to him because he's amazing. And I literally just like kept on taking class every single weekend or every Friday, every Saturday. It was even 2 to 3 times a week. I would just go take a class, even online at that time, because even though COVID was, COVID did subside, it was like people were doing virtual classes online too. So I liked it too. I bought some classes. I bought Isabel Capitule. If I butcher her name, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I purchased like 2 or 3 of her um, online classes. Uh, I did so many millennium classes. Like, I was learning weird stuff from Matt Stefanina, and everybody knows who Matt Stefanina is in the dance industry. I was learning like just things online just to get my body used to moving faster, moving looser, or stronger, anything. I was just trying anything. However, I was going into those classes thinking that I was going to be recorded, and that is not good. That's not good. There is a place for going to class for training, and there is a place for going to class just for the trends. And a lot of people, they only go to their friends dance classes just because, okay, this is my girl, like she doing this song, or this is my guy, like he doing that song, which is cool if you need some reels or videos on your Instagram. That's cool and all. However, just doing one of those things is not going to cut it. You're going to have to learn how to balance. You're going to have to learn how to go to class, have a good time, have fun, and still train and get that great, amazing training for you to be a better dancer. And then there's another time where you just go just to move and have fun and just get some video footage for your Instagram, because yes, your Instagram is your resume these days. However, like, if you just posting these trendy videos or TikTok videos, anything, and not actually training and retaining that information that the teacher is telling you, then it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter at all. Go to dance sometimes, to film. Balance that time out. Don't just do too much of one thing. Don't just do too much of one thing. Balance it out. If you're going to class for a video on Monday, go to class on Friday for just strict training. That's all. And even in that time that I was like just strictly training and like just I had my head down, just focused and trying to be a better dancer at that time, I didn't have anybody around me that I could like just talk to. I had nobody, I have no friends. I had no like real connections, nothing. And my social media reflected that as well because they didn't know who I was. I wasn't posting any videos. I was just in class, like, all right, bet. What's 5, 6, 7, 8? What is the first count? Like, that's how I was. And that is not a really healthy way to like go to class all the time. Yes, there's a time and place for that, but all day, all night, every single time you go into class, absolutely not. So that brings me to my fourth my fourth bullet point, which is community. You need to have community. Community is very, very, very beneficial for you, especially when you're surrounded around people who share the same passion as you. That can be, oh my gosh, that could be so good for you. And I just want people to share the same passion as me because it inspires me and it motivates me to even go harder. Surrounding yourself around people, it can be beneficial to you. However, it can be beneficial to your career as well because it increases your output. Increase your hours of studying dance. Don't just study hip hop, study ballet because that's the foundation of everything. Study contemporary, study jazz, study Broadway, study everything so you will be well versed. A lot of dancers, they want to stay in this box of, yeah, this is what suits me. This is what's comfortable on my body. That's fine, but is comfortability really going to challenge you and make you a better dancer? Absolutely not. You have to be a better dancer by challenging yourself. That's why I went to more challenging classes, is because I was just skating, coasting, cool. That's like going to school and getting a C and being like, all right, I got a 70. That's cool, fine. Not going to challenge myself. No. If I want to be the best of the best, and if I want to be one of the most legendary choreographers or legendary dancers, I'm going to have to go to those classes that I don't want to go to just based off of solely discipline and trying to be a better dancer. So go to those classes. Go to the ballet class that you've been putting off for months. Go to that jazz class that your friend keep on telling you that you need to go to. Go to those Broadway musical type of jazzy classes. It's going to help you grow. You never know who's watching you. And the more well versed you are and the more diverse you are as a dancer, the more profitable you can be to agents, to brands, hell, even to the younger community. It just happens and it helps. So I would just say, just try to be more open because we are artists. We're not supposed to be closed off. We are artists. We are free to express ourselves how we want to. We are free to do anything. So why not just challenge ourselves? Because whenever you challenge yourself, you are learning more about who you are as a person and it will reflect in your dancing. Ah. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you like this video and you want more videos like this. Yeah, so bye.